Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Wayne Ty, and I am the author of The 5 Dimensions to Unfucking Your Life. Your Life, Your Prison. I'm going to start a mini-series where I go into depth about the segments I read out loud for you guys, and I kind of bring some more light to the shadowed parts of them, and give you an inside look into my mind and how it works as a writer. That said, the whole point of this book was to help people between my age and a little bit older who might be struggling with life. You know, life can be a cuck sometimes, and it's pretty like well known that it can give you some pretty relentless punches to the groin. So I wrote this in the course of just over 2 months, and while I was writing it, I learned a lot of stuff about myself, actually. And I've learned that this is actually the beginning of a series of books I'm starting. A trilogy, you might say. Might be more. We'll see. But it boils down to the fact that we live our lives in such a philosophical era, which is funny because there was eras dedicated to philosophy, believe it or not. But that said, I am a young philosopher in my own right, and I may be quite unique in my own approaches versus others, and I might be similar to other well-known philosophers. One of my main inspirations for this book was Gary Vaynerchuk, who happens to be a kind of a entrepreneurial icon, right? He wrote a book called Right Hook, I'm gonna butcher this, Right Hook, Right Jab, or some shit.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I don't know. Super good. The man is a genius, and he is really just such an inspiration. And if you don't know who he is, you should check him out. He's very progressive. He is quite... Joe Rogan is one of my inspirations as well. Just these gentlemen... Oh, Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd is a scholar to fucking heart, man. The man is the best fucking public speaker I've ever seen in my life. And I really aspire to be somebody like him, because it takes a lot of gumption to get up in front of people live, like over 1,000 plus people as a crowd, and speak fluently without fucking up. I do it. I fuck up all the time. But that's okay, because I'm just new at this, and I'm dabbing my toes and my testicles into it, because why not? Why not? I got stories to tell. I got life experiences to share, lessons learned. And some of them are in this book. So, I believe it's on sale on Amazon for $2.99 for the ebook version, and $4 even for the paperback version. It is roughly 66 pages. It's not very long, and the whole point of me making it short was to be able to sell it at a cheaper price, and to get people interested in my work. And, you know, people might be more interested in a shorter book, because you can probably read it in an afternoon or two, and you'll be able to soak that up. And it's good to make you feel good. You know, I read it. I just read through it the other day, and it improved my day. You know, because there's a lot of things in it that will help you throughout these struggling days you have. So, that said, I think we should get right into it. So I'm going to start with the first chapter. That's not even a chapter. I don't really have chapters. It's just like a collection of my thoughts, and all into one dumpster of content. But I'm going to get into the first section here. It is called Belief, right? And of course, there it is right there. Now, this way this is going to work is I'm going to read segments of it, right? I'm going to read a paragraph or two, and then I'm going to dive into a little bit about it, how I was feeling when I was writing it. I'm going to maybe dabble a little bit more and kind of rant. So sorry if you don't like ranting, you might have to skip it. But here we go. Belief. It's all in our minds. Everything that we consist of mentally and emotionally. We could have the same opportunities, resources, and even experiences as other people, yet not yet have the same level of happiness and fulfillment as them. Wonder why? Our minds are different. They are unique, and so are our beliefs and how we see the world. To unfuck yourself and get the best out of life, you must pay apt attention to your personal beliefs and make sure they are in check. Disregard what you've been taught or told. There has to be clarity as to what your beliefs are and how you perceive the beliefs of others. If you have a disorganized mess of emotions regarding what you believe and what you don't, this will threaten your well-being. your life will remain fucked. You have to make something of substance out of all this mess that is your life. Until you do, you've got your mind stuck inside a deep, atrocious, smelly hole. You've got to bring it out and give it a thorough cleanse. So it's kicking it off right away, getting right into the nitty gritty of unfucking yourself. And one of the biggest things in life that I've realized in my young 29 years of life, don't hate me, people are super quick to judge the way you believe in things. It could be from religion, it could be from vaccinations, it could be to fucking politics, whatever it be, your beliefs are yours, but people judge them regardless. I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent. Everybody does it. I do it. I judge. Everyone does. You can't control it. You think you can, but you cannot. We are fucking super judgmental beings, and it will never change. Doesn't matter how hard you work at it. But there is room for improvement. There always is room for improvement. You know, I bet the first condoms ever created were fucking terrible and failed all the time. So that just goes to show you that we are naturally evolving. You know, especially emotionally and mentally. We are just evolving creatures. We are adapting to our environment as it changes every day. So when I get into this kind of thing, when I started writing this part, I hit it hard, right? I was like, okay, look, one of the biggest things plaguing our mindset and our life is the fact that we judge too quick and we judge too harsh. That's fucking stupid. Now, we are all entitled to believe in what we believe in, right? I like religion for me. Religion is a touchy subject, but I went into it. And here's the thing about religion. There are over 4,000 religions in the world today. That's a lot of fucking religions. You're going to come across one that is not going to be ideally matched with yours. You're going to look down on it in some way or another. And that's not cool. You have to be open-minded. People are so closed off to new religions, for instance, new outcomes, and they're just really closed-minded. They're tunnel visioned on their one thing, and that's all there is. Their God can do no wrong. In fact, that says it in this book. It's bullshit. You have your right to believe in what you believe in. Other people have the right to believe in. Mormons have what they it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. I believe everyone's got a place. I believe every religion's got a place, so long as it does good. Some religions out there are questionable about their delivery on their culture. But spreading hate and evil and death like early Christianity, that is not good. That is a prime example of a failed religion. Religion is supposed to bring people together and to worship their God or whatever their supernatural being be. I don't think that we should judge somebody for that unless they're being evil. And you know what's right and wrong. You don't need a Bible to tell you that killing somebody is wrong. In fact, you kill somebody, you know for a fact it's wrong. And it's against social standard, but it was such a common practice back in the day, within the last 100 years, it just barely became, a taboo thing. Which is unfortunate because it should have been sooner. But that said, when you're being a bad person, and the belief factor, I'm going back into it, if you do not accept others' beliefs, then they can't accept yours, and it just becomes this revolving circle of hatred, and hatred is the bane of the existence of all human beings. So, as long as there is sourness towards other people's outlooks on life, or beliefs, religions, hopes, dreams, goals, fucking ambitions, there will always be a cycle of hatred surrounding it. I just wanted to say that little piece about that segment. That is segment 1 done.